A quick guide to understanding qualitative research methods. Qualitative research is a systematic and interpretive approach to understanding human experience, social processes, and cultural meaning. It emphasizes the exploration of how individuals perceive, construct, and give meaning to the world around them. Rather than measuring variables or testing hypotheses, qualitative research seeks to uncover patterns of meaning, the logic behind human actions, and the richness of lived experiences. It is particularly well suited for studying complex, nuanced phenomena that cannot be easily quantified, such as identity, power, emotion, or belief systems. This form of inquiry is commonly used in disciplines such as anthropology, sociology, education, health sciences, communication, psychology, and management, where understanding meaning and context is central to the research objective. Core philosophical foundations. Exploring the fundamental beliefs and principles. The foundation of qualitative research lies in interpretive and constructivist philosophies. These perspectives hold that reality is not fixed or objective, but rather constructed through social interactions and shaped by individual and collective meaning-making processes. People understand the world through their cultural lenses, historical experiences, and personal perspectives, and qualitative researchers aim to uncover and interpret these understandings. Truth in this context is seen as plural, subjective, and context-bound. Researchers working within these paradigms recognize that their own interpretations influence every stage of the research process. As such, reflexivity, the practice of critically reflecting on one's own role and assumptions, is central to qualitative inquiry. Common research questions and purposes. Qualitative research is primarily concerned with exploring how and why social phenomena occur, rather than asking how much or how often. It often begins with open-ended research questions rather than predefined hypotheses. A study may ask how individuals cope with chronic illness, why certain communities resist public health initiatives, or in what ways employees make sense of organizational change. The goals of qualitative research can vary. Some studies aim to build theory from the ground up. Others seek to describe a social setting in detail, and still others aim to uncover hidden meanings or challenge dominant narratives. Importantly, qualitative research also has a strong tradition of empowering marginalized voices by providing platforms for people to tell their stories in their own terms. Data collection techniques. Qualitative research uses a range of methods to explore meaning, context, and experience. Open-ended surveys and questionnaires can capture rich narrative data. Interviews, structured, semi-structured, or unstructured, allow for deep insights into personal perspectives. Focus groups reveal group norms and shared meanings through discussion. Observations, both participant and non-participant, help researchers understand behavior in real-world settings. Document review provides context through analysis of texts and records. While less common, field-based interventions may also offer qualitative insight into social processes. Data in qualitative research is collected through methods that enable direct engagement with people, contexts, and texts. In-depth interviews allow participants to articulate their thoughts, experiences, and perspectives in their own language, often in a conversational and flexible format. Focus groups provide a setting where participants interact and reflect on shared experiences, offering insights into social norms and group dynamics. Participant observation involves immersing oneself in a setting to observe behavior and interactions as they naturally unfold, which is particularly useful in ethnographic studies. Ethnography, often conducted over an extended period, aims to develop a deep holistic understanding of a community or cultural group. In addition, researchers often analyze documents, media, photographs, or digital content to explore how meaning is communicated through texts and symbols. These methods are frequently used in combination to build a rich, multi-layered understanding of the research topic. Sampling strategies. Qualitative research uses non-probability sampling methods, meaning participants are not selected at random, but rather chosen for their relevance to the research question. Researchers seek participants who can provide deep, meaningful insights into the topic. This may involve selecting individuals with specific experiences, knowledge, or perspectives that are especially valuable. Sampling may evolve during the course of the study, as researchers adjust their strategy to follow emerging themes or pursue deeper understanding. For example, a researcher might start with a small number of participants and later seek others who can clarify, contrast, or expand upon earlier findings. The focus is not on generalizing to a population, but on understanding a phenomenon in depth. Sample sizes are typically small, but the goal is to achieve saturation, the point at which new data no longer yields substantially new insights. Data analysis and qualitative research. The analysis of qualitative data is an iterative, interpretive, and often creative process. Rather than applying a formula, researchers engage deeply with their data through repeated reading, note-taking, and reflection. The process often begins with coding, where segments of data are labeled according to emerging themes or concepts. As analysis progresses, researchers identify relationships between these themes, compare patterns across cases, and refine their interpretations. In thematic analysis, researchers develop a set of core themes that capture important aspects of the data. Narrative analysis focuses on how individuals construct stories about their experiences, while discourse analysis examines the role of language in shaping power, identity, and social reality. Grounded theory goes further by systematically developing new theoretical insights directly from the data. Throughout this process, researchers write memos, create diagrams, and maintain audit trails to track their thinking and decision-making. Ensuring trustworthiness and rigor. In qualitative research, rigor begins with careful design and thoughtful data collection. Upholding ethical standards ensures respect for participants and integrity in the process. Transparency in how data is gathered, interpreted, and presented builds trust. Validating findings through techniques like member checking, triangulation, and thick description strengthens the credibility of the work. These practices are essential for producing meaningful and trustworthy insights. Given that qualitative research does not rely on statistical measures of reliability and validity, researchers use other criteria to ensure the quality and rigor of their work. Trustworthiness involves four key components. First, credibility refers to the confidence that the findings accurately reflect participants' experiences. This can be supported through prolonged engagement, peer review, and checking interpretations with participants themselves. Second, transferability speaks to the extent to which findings can be applied to other contexts. To support this, researchers provide detailed descriptions of the research setting and participants, allowing others to assess relevance. Third, dependability refers to the consistency of the research process, which can be enhanced through transparent documentation. Fourth, confirmability involves showing that the findings are shaped by the participants and not simply the researcher's biases. Qualitative research is supported through practices that enhance trustworthiness and transparency, including reflexive journaling to acknowledge the researcher's influence, clear methodological reporting to ensure replicability and rigor, and careful consideration of alternative interpretations to demonstrate analytical depth and openness to complexity. Ethical considerations. Ethical conduct is essential in research and professional practice, requiring a commitment to integrity and honesty. Upholding these principles involves avoiding conflicts of interest, ensuring fairness in decision-making, and maintaining transparency in all actions to build trust and accountability. Ethical practice is essential in qualitative research due to the close and often emotionally intense interaction between researcher and participant. Researchers must obtain informed consent, clearly explaining the purpose of the study, how the data will be used, and the participant's right to withdraw at any time. Protecting confidentiality is crucial, especially when dealing with sensitive or personal information. Researchers must also be attentive to the emotional well-being of participants, particularly when exploring painful or traumatic experiences. In some cases, simply recalling or discussing difficult events can be distressing. Researchers are therefore responsible for minimizing harm and ensuring that participants feel respected, heard, and safe throughout the process. Ethical reflexivity involves being continually aware of the power dynamics, risks, and responsibilities that come with representing the voices of others in academic work. Applications and contributions. Qualitative research makes significant contributions to both theoretical knowledge and practical understanding across a wide range of disciplines. In healthcare, it helps improve patient care by exploring the lived experiences of illness, diagnosis, and treatment. In education, it offers insights into classroom interactions, student learning, and institutional dynamics. In organizational studies, it illuminates the complexities of leadership, decision making, and workplace culture. In development work, qualitative research helps design programs that are culturally responsive and grounded in local knowledge. Beyond its academic contributions, qualitative research is also used in policymaking, program evaluation, advocacy, and community engagement. It is particularly valuable in contexts where numbers alone cannot capture the full picture, and where understanding people's stories, motivations, and challenges is essential to effective action. Conclusion. Qualitative research is a powerful and flexible approach that brings depth, richness, and human insight to the study of social phenomena. It is uniquely suited to exploring questions of meaning, identity, and experience that lie at the heart of the human condition. By engaging directly with participants and their contexts, qualitative researchers are able to uncover hidden patterns, challenge assumptions, and give voice to diverse perspectives. While it requires time, care, and critical reflection, the rewards are significant. A deeper understanding of how people live, think, and act in a complex and ever-changing world. As both a methodology and a worldview, qualitative research continues to shape scholarship, practice, and policy in profound and enduring ways. Stay tuned for more insights into business and the social sciences. If you found this overview helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment on future topics you'd like us to cover. I'm Dr. Dog, wishing you a fantastic day ahead